How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm bringing you something a little bit different than my usual Poise Showcase series. Essentially, as some of you know, I recently joined the Dark Souls 3 PvP community Discord server, which is essentially a collection of players from all the platforms, Xbox One, PS4 and PC, who have come together to create a Discord server for those who enjoy the PvP dueling side of Dark Souls 3. Now, essentially, all these players regularly participate in meta and non-meta tournaments that are broadcasted on Twitch. They regularly meet up for fight clubs, discuss meta builds and tactics on the server, and they also have an official Discord ladder and ranking system for each platform. So essentially what this means is players join the Discord ladder for their respective platform, if they so wish, and they challenge other players on that ladder for their spots, essentially, in order to rise in the ranks. So basically how it works is all the top players from each platform are basically on that ladder, and they all fight each other for that top spot. Now, the way that the ladder system works is the players issue challenges to each other, and once they issue a challenge, they have a couple of days to sort that out at the Old Wolf of Farron, and a match is the best of 5 rounds. So what that means is a player has to win 3 rounds out of 5 in order to win the match. And there are a few match rules that you need to be aware of when you fight in these particular ladder matches. Essentially that it's best of 5, 3 to win. The fights always happen at the Old Wolf of Farron bonfire, which is also the setting for the recent meta tournaments. There's no time limit in these matches. And just recently, there's been a push to remove or to reduce the amount of passive HP regen that each player can actually abuse in a match. And I think the reasoning behind that was that if players are abusing too much passive HP regen and they're playing very passively and reactively against another player who also has a similar playstyle, the matches can drag on quite a bit, and it makes a couple of exchanges in that particular round worthless, essentially, if both players are just playing the neutral game afterwards and regenning that health back to full. So there's been quite a restriction in the amount of passive HP regen. As you can see here, I have the build that I took, that I showcased in part 37 of my showcase series, which I took into the ladder match that I'll be showcasing today. But essentially, because of this restriction to passive HP regen, I had to make some changes. So what these restrictions are is essentially the Sun Princess ring is banned. This build doesn't use the Sun Princess ring, so that was an issue for us. All regen and heal miracles, including the spell Blessed Weapon, were also banned. So that means we couldn't use Bountiful Light. On top of that, Filianor's weapon art was also banned, so it just makes Filianor's Chime useless. So as you can see here, because I cannot use Bountiful Light and I cannot use the Filianor Chime weapon art, I just removed Filianor's Chime and replaced it with a regular Cestus. On top of that, players can have no more than 1 passive regen item. So these include Anri Straight-Sword, the Ethereal Oak Shield, or a Blessed Infused item, such as a Blessed Cestus. So you can only have 1 of those in your active inventory at any one time, so you cannot stack that HP regen. So for my build here, all it really took was removing the Filianor's Chime and replacing it with a regular Cestus, and just having the Ethereal Oak Shield here for a little bit of passive HP regen. So essentially just 2 HP regen per tick. And that's pretty much all the changes to the particular setup that I had to make prior to the ladder match, which made the match legal. Now, my opponent is a very good player on the Xbox Discord server by the name of Very Large Pigeon. Awesome player who uses a Pontiff Knife Curve Sword with the swap out to Black Knight Shield and Straight Sword setup, so classic meta. It was an incredibly close and tense match between us. Essentially how it went down was he won the opening round, and then in the second round it was a draw, so we ended up killing each other, so it was a double kill, which basically nullified that round. And then finally in the third round I got my groove, and I ended up winning the 3rd, 4th and 5th rounds of the match to end up winning the match 3-1. So it was an incredible fight. VLP, man, you're an awesome player, and maybe we'll meet up again soon for a rematch. But I thought I would share this video here today because it was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this one here. Now, for the sake of brevity, guys, I removed the round where we double killed each other, and I also took out all the fluff in between the rounds, so summoning each other, for example, getting into position, all that stuff. and I just narrowed it down to the first round where VLP kicked my ass, and then the following 3 rounds where I got my revenge to win the match 3-1. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It was a lot of fun, and it's something a little bit different to my usual Poise Showcase series. So here we go, guys.
Alrighty guys, so we've got a ladder match here today. So yeah. Whoop. Little bit of lag. That's alright. Nothing out of the ordinary. GG, bro. GG.